Tonight, new accounts of missed opportunities to stop the Florida shooter at the scene and long before he got there are compounding the agony of victims' families. CNN has reviewed a transcript of a call the FBI received in January of this year, warning that Nikolas Cruz could become a school shooter. "I know he's going to explode," the caller, who appears to know Cruz well, tells the FBI tip line. Quote, "I just think about, getting into a school and just shooting the place up." The caller tells the FBI, quote, he had pulled a rifle on his mother and says, quote, on the Instagram, he says, "I want to kill people."
He was known to students as a danger to shoot people.
Florida Governor Rick Scott is so angry about the missed tip, he has called for the resignation of FBI Director Christopher Wray. In a statement Friday, Wray apologized that the tip was never given to the FBI's Miami field office, and he called for a full investigation. Tonight, 2 other missed warnings are now also under police review. A call to police last November that Cruz could be a school shooter in the making, and someone flagging to police in 2016 that Cruz had posted on Instagram he planned to, quote, shoot up a school. Newly released 911 calls also show that in November, Nikolas Cruz got into a fight with a family that took him in after his mother died. At the time, Cruz blamed his host family's son.
I kind of got mad and I started punching walls and stuff, and then a kid came at me and threw me on the ground. And he started attacking me and he kicked me out of the house and he said he was going to gut me.
But the host family tells 911 their son was the victim.
Nick punched him in the face, and you kind of hold him just so he doesn't punch and put him down, but he kept punching, and my son threw him out. He's going to get his weapon at Dick's, I know that right now. Now he's pissed off, so he's going to get the gun.
All of this comes as police are under new scrutiny about how they responded the day of the shooting and whether Cruz could have been stopped earlier in his rampage. Sources in Coral Springs, Florida tell CNN when Coral Springs police officers arrived at the high school, they were surprised and upset to see that armed school resource officer Deputy Scott Peterson and 3 other Broward County Sheriff's deputies were outside the school and hadn't gone in yet. The sources say the Broward deputies didn't appear to join the Coral Springs officers when they went in, but they caution evidence is still being reviewed. The Broward County Sheriff's Office hasn't yet responded, but Broward Sheriff Scott Israel expressed shame at Deputy Peterson's alleged inaction.
Devastated, sick to my stomach. There are no words. I mean, these families lost their children.
Sheriff Israel said Deputy Peterson was outside the school for 4 minutes while Cruz was firing inside.
4 minutes is a lot of time for someone armed with this type of weapon and magazines to kill people. And to hold and do nothing for 4 minutes, absent an order from the chain of command to do so, is unthinkable.